Hi, it's been quite some time since my last video. What happens is it's just you don't do one and then it just turns into a year, turns into 2 years. So here I am. But I'm doing things a little bit differently this time. First of all, I'm just going to make these videos as quickly as I can. First thing is that I'm going to have kind of a improvement theme to this part of the game, because I've lost a lot of weight and I've gained not anywhere near all or half of it back, but I've gained a significant amount back, and so I'm trying to go back to somewhere in the middle between where I was and where I am now. When I got to my lowest weight, I was just in a place where people were still aiming to lose more weight when they didn't need to. I got into a bad headspace. I was working very, very hard to maintain something that wasn't realistic. And so what happens, you give up, and then you end up losing the fruit of your labor. Something I want to do this time, I still want to find out kind of how I got to my heaviest. It's nothing tragic. Unfortunately, Biggest Loser in TV kind of distorts my perception of how people can get to their heaviest. Great relationship with my parents, with my friends, work's good, school's good, so it's nothing like, that sort of thing. So I kind of want to know what happened there. As well as something that I found just being part of the weight loss community is that you get bombarded by so much information, and I'm someone that likes to learn. I love learning about learning, and it just gets overwhelming to the point where I'm taking in information that's not even meant for me and will never be for me. Why do I sit here and watch videos about bodybuilders and looking at their diets and their fitness regimes? Why am I looking at people lifting 300 pounds when I personally can tell you I don't ever intend to be in a position where I can bench press 300 pounds. And I think having that realistic approach is really going to help me succeed and maintain where I want to be. You come in brand new, and then you have to kind of find your identity. So if you're a runner, you get this, and you buy these clothes, and you do these things, and you run, you do your runs, you do your times, and if you're not, you're this and that, and people are going to tell me that I'm crazy, but when you do take that time away, not making videos, and you step back, you see it, and it's like, I'm just not in a position where I can commit to any of those things. I'm just going to be someone that's blabbing in front of a camera and hopefully getting a little bit smaller each week as I go along. The next thing is, one thing that does get in my way is I make things very hard for myself. In my school life, I take on way more courses than are necessary. In my work life, I'm the yes man. I always, I'll take things on and do things, to help other people out all the time. And that's something I have to learn to scale back a little bit and just take things as they go. I will be setting weight loss goals. Like, I'm a very numbers type person, so I will be setting goals and hopefully moving towards them. But how I set those numbers will be based on what I think is realistic, and will happen before if I let other people get into my headspace and make those goals for me. Things like the BMI and this, that, and the other. These tools are useful in certain situations, and it's not a 25-year-old guy trying to lose some weight. And part of that as well is also looking for reasons why I'm doing this. Because when I was losing the weight and I got to my lowest weight, I thought a light would have switched on and everything would have gotten better. And yes, it was easier to move. Things became a lot easier. But in terms of getting to a number or getting to a certain fitness level and everything changing, that's, in my situation, was delusional. And that's what caused a lot of this backtracking. It's like, I'm defining success in, my grades at school or how well I do at work, and those things were independent of my weight. If I was 400 pounds, I would still be a really good student because I work hard. I would still do well at work because in my work, it's about what I bring to the table, not necessarily my mobility, things like that. Not to say that those things aren't important, because they totally are. But now that I'm in that mindset, I can start making videos again and start moving towards that. But I felt like weight loss was this thing, this identity I had to subscribe to, because like I said, I just feel like you often have to commit to something, like a plan, a hardcore plan, and follow it to the letter, and it just does not work for me because it's not even about, when I talk about a plan, it's not even about like foods being off limits or things like that. It's just the whole, I just felt like there was like a prototype on how to lose weight. I've tried to write down everything I eat, it doesn't work for me. Yet I still try to do these things that I feel are part of healthy living, and I need to redefine for myself what healthy living is. I think I want to lose like 60 pounds. I can't think of 60 pounds right now. I have to think of 10 pounds, 15 pounds. I have to break it up because then the whole process, the whole journey becomes too daunting, and that's where I say, you know what? I'm successful in other parts of my life. Let me put this to the side, and I'm going to do what I'm good at, which is, sitting on Facebook playing Scrabble and Words with Friends. Add me, because I love that game, don't get me wrong, but, I stick to things that I'm good at because I realize that people that are successful, for the most part, do things that they're good at. And I have always been someone that wants to try new things and to get, learn new things, but I found that with weight loss, I have to do what works for me. And part of what worked for me the first time, it's kind of taking what worked before and revamping it a little bit and trying it again now, is having weight loss be the result of what I did. It was never the focus, believe it or not. It only got to be the focus near the very, very end, where I was training 4 times a week. I had a personal trainer, going to the gym, doing cardio sessions after working out with weights for an hour and a half, then running I think I lived 3 or 4 Ks from the gym, then running back, and the number not shifting. That is what really messed me up. And I'm saying this so that on camera, so I have this for me to look back on, because if I had taken videos during those moments, I don't think I'd be where I am today. With that said, I do weigh, last time I weighed in was last Saturday, the date I can't remember to save my life, but I was 272 pounds. And to say that I'm accepting myself at that weight is ridiculous, because I'm not. I had to remove all the clothes out of my closet that don't fit. Once again, not conducive to where I'm trying to be. I think about my youth and how I'm kind of losing this weight again. I have to talk to someone, and this part of my message for you, Jordan, I really want us to get going on this. I mean, really push and move forward, because to be honest, I'm tired of losing weight, and I'm too tired to do this all over again. If you get to 255 first, I'll give you $5. No, I'll give you $10 for every pound you're ahead of me. Okay? However, if I get to 255 first, you are going to take something from me that I absolutely hate doing, and that's editing these videos. Because I know me, and I'm going to go back to this exact video and cut and paste and try to turn it into this masterpiece, and then it takes me 8 or 10 hours, and then the whole thing is over. You know you were meant for other things. You know this weight doesn't belong to you. Just get it done. I'll see you guys later.